Welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Baltimore Orioles. First pitch coming your way next.
Look at me. Not measuring up how I want to be. Pleased with small things and downgrades never had to be new to me. Sold out shows in a row, sold out for the opportunity.
So just about set now, and today's starter, Cole Irvin. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
And a pitch. And there's a rocket into the outfield.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he can handle. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Now the number 2 hitter. A 5-hit ball game yesterday, so we'll see how he backs it up here. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. And the Blue Jays have the lead now. It's 2-0. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his hands right now. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, we get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient and waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. coming off a 4-hit effort in yesterday's game. No question about this one. It's out of here. They go back-to-back, and they add to the lead. It's 3-0. And with that homer, he's pushed his hitting streak that we've all been locked in on up to 40 games, Chris.
Absolutely unbelievable what he's doing right now. Totally capturing everyone's attention around the league, and that swing was a great example of why. Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it, and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
And now for the Jays, Spencer Horwitz looking to bring his hitting streak up to 30 games. Maybe some added pressure on him right here. Already 3 runs across in the frame here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Back up the middle and a base hit. And that flips the calendar on his hitting streak. He's now at 30 straight games with a knock, a full month.
Yeah, and maybe we're not quite ready to start talking DiMaggio just yet, Boog, but we're not that far off. I mean, you make it to 30 games, you're in rare company, and not many guys have made it that far in the last 50 years. So absolutely congratulations to him. It's been really fun following him to this point.
And with every hit that extends his streak, he climbs higher on the all-time list. Rarely has anyone gone this far.
Yeah, Boog, 30 is about as far as most guys can take it, and he's just blown by that mark, and now it actually looks like 40 might be in play. I'll tell you this, as a hitter, it's so hard to not let that weigh on you. Every game you're going out there trying to get it out of the way as soon as possible.
Pulled down the line, this one hammered, but it's foul.
Yeah, that's where you want to be right there. All over that first pitch fastball. Just a little too much hook on it. Straighten that thing out. You get to jog around the bases.
Swing and a base hit. Mullins whips it back in. They hold him at third base. And now the bases are loaded. And that'll keep his hitting streak alive. He's reaching heights that very few players ever have.
Yeah, when you're over the 30-game mark and showing no signs of slowing down, that's when the baseball world starts to get a little excited. This has become the story in the league right now. You start checking off the days until the next benchmark, 40, 44, 56. And is
swing and a ball lifted left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. And a key factor for this club in that leadoff spot, Bo Bichette.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boo. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and, he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
There's a buzz in the stadium every time he comes to the plate as he tries to extend his hitting streak. Line drive. Santander pulls it in on the run.
Batting up, the right fielder, number 4, George Springer.
And the batter is George Springer.
And every at-bat's a big one for him now as he looks to keep this amazing hitting streak going.
And that is cut on and missed.
Well, it stinks to be down by, these runs early in this ball game like this, but you've got 2 outs. You've got to close the door because you still have a chance with how much time is left in this one.
Slice to right. Santander makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. And we're back. Getting the nod in this one, Jose Barrios. What do we have on him?
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4, but this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
Bottom of the first. And into the box for Baltimore, Cedric Mullins. Foul ball there. Barrios, multi-time All-Star. He features a sinker, a slurve, a four-seamer, a changeup, and occasionally uses a cutter. And a pitch. Foul ball, still 0-2. Righty delivers. Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Emmanuel Rivera, the next to hit for the Orioles. 0-1.
0-1.
And the right-hander deals. Fought off foul.
He's bagging. Give me that pitch one more time. A hanging changeup just out in front.
That's outside. And that's ball 1. Gets a piece and stays alive. Ground ball to the right side. Sneaks through, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Couple of singles back to back. Just a simple ground ball the other way, but had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
And now it's going to be Gunnar Henderson. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Gunnar Henderson was a unanimous choice for American League Rookie of the Year in 2023. Got off to a slow start, but finished the season with 28 homers, playing as the Orioles.
Oh, now this one's high and deep, way back there. On its way, gone. A gigantic blast. His 13th home run of the season, and they throw 3 on the board. It's 3-3. He's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Well, he put a really nice swing on that one. And Everything was on time, took a direct path to the ball, excellent extension, and just drove it out of here. Nothing better than when the ball jumps off your bat like that.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Anthony Santander at the plate. And there's a foul ball.
Henderson became the first Orioles player to win Rookie of the Year since Cal Ripken Jr. did it in 1982. It only took Gunnar one season to start doing things the Orioles haven't seen done since Cal was playing on the team.
To the right side. He'll do it himself. One away. That ground ball may have him back on track after the homer. Time now to take a look at the Orioles lineup put together by manager Brandon Hyde. One guy swinging a hot bat recently, Gunnar Henderson.
Hey, Boo, he leads the team in on-base percentage and runs scored. I mean, those two things are pretty much connected because obviously you can't score without getting on base. This is a guy who really acts as a catalyst for this lineup.
And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. Tied up here in the early going. The pitch. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Ryan Mountcastle now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching, but you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
2 outs, base is empty. Gets under and pops it up. Drifts towards it. And that is that. Orioles get 3 on this long ball. We're tied now with 3 apiece. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. All set for the start of the inning. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Urban in his 4th year, 30 years old now, and he was a 5th-round pick back in 2016. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And there's one down.
It was all over that fastball right there. I'll tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Now the left fielder, he's already homered here in this one. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Everything came together for him. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
So man aboard, and now the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Crushed left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. Another homer, his 2nd home run of the game, and that gives him a lead. It's 5-3. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Spencer Horwitz next up for the Blue Jays. In the air to left center. And there's 2 down.
The center fielder, number 25. Dalton.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Swings through that.
He was really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
That's hard hit in the line. Brings it in for the 3rd out. The Jays get a pair on this homer. It's now a 5-3 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's Adley Rutschman. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. To the right side, and he takes it himself for the out.
Yeah, I'm looking at his body language, and he just doesn't seem like things are in sync. And the ball's just not coming off his bat the way it did earlier in the regular season.
Next for the Orioles, Jackson Holliday. And a good eye there. The Orioles down by a pair. Bottom half of inning number 2. Next offering is in for a strike. Assigned to home plate duty is Ricky Holliday.
Boog, and something I've heard players saying about Ricky's strike zone is how he will call the high strike. That could be something that's tough to deal with, especially if you've got a pitcher out there coming at you with high velocity.
Hauls it in for the out. 2 down. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
J.D. Davis stands in now and watches strike 1. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk. And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Now at Oriole Park. Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. And here it comes. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Cowser grabs it on the run.
The batter, the designated hitter,
Addison Barger next up for the Blue Jays. He's 0 for 1. There's a swing and a drive. And it one-hops the wall. Barger into second, and he's got a double. The relay throw. Tries to get back and see. And that'll keep his hitting streak alive. He's reaching heights that very few players ever have.
Yeah, when you're over the 30-game mark and showing no signs of slowing down, that's when the baseball world starts to get a little excited. This has become the story in the league right now. You start checking off the days until the next benchmark, 40, 44, 56, and is
line drive, base hit. The run comes in from second. It's 6-3. And with every hit that extends his streak, he climbs higher on the all-time list. Rarely has anyone gone this far.
Yeah, Boog, 30 is about as far as most guys can take it, and he's just blown by that mark, and now it actually looks like 40 might be in play. I'll tell you this, as a hitter, it's so hard to not let that weigh on you. Every game you're going out there trying to get it out of the way as soon as possible so that you can focus.
That one ripped. That's down. One hops off the wall. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out. And that'll keep his hitting streak alive. He's reaching heights that very few players ever have.
Yeah, when you're over the 30-game mark and showing no signs of slowing down, that's when the baseball world starts to get a little excited. This has become the story in the league right now. You start checking off the days until the next benchmark, 40, 44, 56. And as well as he's swinging it, it seems like all those numbers right now, Boog, they are doable.
1 run across in the frame so far. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Hammer, base hit. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's 7-3.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Brandon Hyde out of the dugout now, and he's ready to make a move to the bullpen. Cole Irvin out of the game, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. So they turn things over to the righty, number 49.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
One down. Here's the left fielder. He's already homered in this game. Hammered, and now maybe extra bases. 1 run across. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Challenged him with a fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Away, runners at second and third. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Not the easiest thing when you're talking about a guy that's, perhaps is going to be in the rotation, or maybe a long relief guy, to not start an inning, to come into an inning with pressure on it and try to get yourself comfortable.
Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. And he's gone yard again. His 80th home run of the season. And they boost their lead. It's 11-3. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. He's putting on quite the show at the dish here in this one, and he's just so locked in with this swing, and he's just not missing right now. 3-homer game, man, it's so special. And I tell you what, it's a lot of fun watching him pull it off as well.
And the batter now, Spencer Horwitz. That's ripped, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it.
1 at second, double play, and that'll do it for the inning. But it'll come at a cost as 6 cross the plate, 3 of them on this 3-run homer. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Major League Baseball is on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Cedric Mullins. And he deals. Center field. Varsho makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Emmanuel Rivera, the next to hit for the Orioles. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. And first offering is fouled off. 1 down, base is empty. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. The 0-2. Goes down looking.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. You talk about the power and the speed together.
Well, we knew he was going to be a stud just coming up, making his way through the minor leagues, and quickly at this level, an impact player.
2 outs. Foul ball. 0-2 now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. And the 0-2. And there's a ball.
It's a good take.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes he goes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Orioles held in check there. Still 11-3. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the top of the 4th. Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. And the right-hander back to work. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. This looks like extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. Nice line drive to the pole side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So a man aboard. And now to the plate. Here's the Toronto DH, Addison Barger. Right side, hard hit. And he handles it himself for the out. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they...
And that one is lifted in the air. Mullins calls it in, 2 away. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip.
George Springer.
Here's George Springer, 1 for 2. Swings here and blasts one left field. In comes the run from third to add on. It's 12-3. He's in with a double, and that's his second double of the night.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Bichette gets a chance to hit. That one is absolutely belted. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. Throws to second. He pulls into second. A run comes in on the play.
He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, Dylan Tate.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Man at second here with 2 away. Down the number 2 hitter. 3 for 3 with a homer and 2 doubles. Smoked into left, base hit. And that'll put runners at the corners with 2 away. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. 3 for 3, and he's homered 3 times. That's a base hit, run scores. So, Singy, let's dive into the numbers, courtesy of StatCast. Do you even feel contact being made when you hit a ball that hard?
No, I don't think so, Boog. I mean, that's just the best feeling in the world as a hitter. You square it up perfectly, and it's like you didn't even swing the bat. And there are times the ball feels heavy off your bat. You know it, but this is not one of those cases. He sent this one flying 114 miles per hour. So
Mullins makes the grab on the run. They strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple left on. We're midway in the 4th. Toronto leads this one 14-3. Back here in Baltimore, now it's the right fielder, Anthony Santander. The pitch. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Now the left fielder, Colton Cowser, went down on strikes his first time through. Swing and a foul straight back. One down, base is empty. Swings through that one for strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Now this is in the air down the line. On his way over. And a couple of quick outs.
The batter, number 6, designated
2 outs, base is empty. Brian Mountcastle, the next to hit for the Orioles. He popped out his first time. To the right side, Horwitz. In plenty of time to first, out with room to spare, and that's the inning. And we're back. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Dalton Varsho. Tate back to work. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Banks off the wall.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. He really stung that pitch and drove it deep, but pretty surprised he didn't end up on second base right there. I think he probably should have. But you know what? We'll give credit to the defense for holding him to a long single.
And now Ernie Clement. That one lifted to left. Moving back for this one. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Addison Barger.
Man at first, Addison Barger. Next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 3. That one clubbed out towards left center. That'll be extra bases.
Two hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Two on with 1 out. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Slice the other way. That's a base hit. 1 run is in.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. His 43rd home run of the season, and they add to their lead. It's 18-3, and their 5th home run of the game.
Some things in this sport are contagious, Boog, and right now for this team, clearly it's the long ball. There was a sinker up in the zone. It looked like it came out of the pitcher's hand a little bit too early. Doesn't have the velocity that good four-seam fastball does. And at the plate, he didn't miss it.
CNL Perez takes over on the mound. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Bo Bichette. And there's a fly ball deep right field. In one hops off the wall, should be extra bases. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
The left fielder,
Here's the left fielder.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Now the 0-1. Swung on, belted. That one back. And gone! Another homer. He's done it again. His second homer of the game. And they add a couple more. It's 20-3.
He's going to the plate with a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up. No doubt, those two things feed off one another. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
And next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 4 for 4 with 3 homers and a single. That one hammered center field. That's carrying. Pulls it in on the warning track.
now batting, the second baseman, Spencer.
2 outs, base is empty. Spencer Horwitz next up for the Blue Jays. Fouled off to the right. 2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 5th. On its way to the corner, Cowser on the move, makes the catch, inning over. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Bottom of the inning.
Leading
now
off
the Orioles catcher,
Orioles.
Adley Rutschman.
The catcher, Adley.
Rutschman, 26 years old, and he was selected for the All-Star game last year. Here comes a pitch. And first offering is fouled off. At the belt and fires. And a foul ball. High in the air, out to right. And that is Springer. 1 down.
The batter, number 7, second baseman.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Jackson Holliday. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Up the middle. Whips it to first. That's it out.
Now batting, third baseman, J.D. Davis.
Now it's J.D. Davis. Struck out looking in his first at bat. This one in the air. And makes the play, and that's out number 3. All set for the top of the 6th. And now here is Dalton Varsho. to work. Ripped on a line to center. Mullins makes the grab on the run.
Now batting, the third base.